that shit on me. They call me T6, they call me bad. Sitting pretty in the Beamer all black. You say you go hard, yeah I go harder. Got my money on my mind, I'm thinking stardom. You thinking Prada, I'm wearing Prada. Tryna catch up to me, don't bother. Future's on track, no looking back. I can't go wrong, been on it so long. I bet you can't do it like that. I bet you can't do it like that. Future's on track, no looking back. I can't go wrong, been on it so long. I bet you can't do it like that. I bet you can't do it like that. World is mine, hey, let me take you for a ride. Hop in the passenger side. World is mine, haters, I suggest you stay in line. Ain't gon' tell you one more time. Got my stilettos on, Gucci on, yeah we on. Looking like a million, about to make a movie for 'em. You sit still, a landfill. I'm moving big things, windmills. I get it poppin', poppin', ain't no stoppin'. Act like you know. I'm going places you never seen before. Now I see why you hating for. Future's on track, no looking back. I can't go wrong, been on it so long. I bet you can't do it like that. I bet you can't do it like that. Future's on track, no looking back. I can't go wrong, been on it so long. I bet you can't do it like that. I bet you can't do it like that. World is mine, hey, let me take you for a ride. Hop in the passenger side. World is mine, haters, I suggest you stay in line. Ain't gon' tell you one more time.
The love of God is greater far than tongue or pen could ever tell. It goes beyond the highest star and reaches to the lowest hell. The love of God is greater far than tongue or pen could ever tell. It goes beyond the highest star and reaches to the lowest hell. The guilty pair bow down with care
Hi, and good morning, friends. Welcome to the United Traders Day Trading TV. I'm happy that I've not forgotten this text because I was so many days off now. I have to apologize for that. There was a lot of work on my table. I will tell you about that a little later. But I'm happy that you joined in again, and I hope I am able to deliver the show at least for the rest of the week. Yeah, so let's start and let's put up some trades together. Yeah, okay, so as always I have to get used to all these software pieces here on my screen. So some music for you in the background. So I hope technically everything works fine so that you can hear me and that you can have the video stream on your screen. If not, please let me know. You know how to use the chat window. It's the live stream chat window that you can use. You only have to choose a nickname and then you're already connected to me here in my trading room. Yeah. So let's take out this. Yeah, there are two other ways to reach me during this live session. You can try to send me an email. I check my email during the show, or you can try to reach me by Skype. You know my ID already, but I think the easiest way to get in touch with me is to use the live stream chat window. So yeah, okay. I have to say, I was not really focused on trading during the past few days. Of course, I have set up some trades. I was having smaller trading session and yeah, I was having a trading session during or around the ECB press conference last Thursday, and yeah, I do not know how to describe, but it hit me very bad. But finally I was able to make it back. I was able to make it bad. No, I was able to make it back. So yeah, I want to show you these trades a little later. So let's go into the markets. Let's have a little news scan as usual. And yeah, how are you doing? Would be nice to hear something from you. Hey, good morning, Ray. Nice that you have joined in. Glad to see you. Okay, yeah, I hope you have set up your screens already. Means you have zoomed your charts in the appropriate way. Please do not leave it to MT4 software to zoom your charts. It's crazy. You need to have the same scaling or zoom factor every day so that you have a kind of relation, a point of orientation on your screen. So for me, for example, my main trading screen here in the middle, the euro-dollar chart, it's roughly that I can see 100 and I think 10 to 20 pips, and it's not that I zoom it like MT4 will do it. So this trading day would look like this almost. So it's looking very different from this way. So, and I want to have it zoomed the same way. I think you remember, we want to train our eyes to have an immediate judgment about if a move is a strong one or is only a small one. So that could be achieved with having these charts zoomed the same way every day. So, and that is also true for my little helpers, my extension of the three kingdoms, the Swissy, the DAX and the Dow. No, it's the S&P, it's not the Dow Jones, it's the S&P 500. Okay, so yeah, because I was having a lot of work on my table, I was not focusing on the markets in detail, so I'm not very deep inside of the news flow. Yeah, so let's have a check of the news together. So let me bring that up. Yeah, first of all, the Forex Factory calendar. I have to say, I have to look for something else. Since they have done the redesign, there are many major events missing, especially from the Eurozone, and because during these days, or maybe the last few years, and the Eurozone is delivering a lot of volatility based on the issues there. So I would have a calendar with having much more detailed Eurozone events, and all the time they're also missing some events from the US. For example, the beige book retail sales and all this stuff that are important numbers, at least delivering some volatility. It's not that I'm trading the news or the numbers itself if they're better or worse than expected. It's just that I want to know about all the possible time windows, about the schedule. The market may have some increased volatility, and since the redesign there are a lot of events missing, so I'm looking around for something else. So if you have something that you use, please let me know. Forex Factory calendar is not that good anymore. However, because I do not have anything better for now, let's have a look there. We are still waiting for the Bank of Japan press conference. Then there's something interesting, but I do not think it will deliver some volatility today. It's the first day of the German Constitutional Court, and it's going on about the OMT. And the OMT, maybe you remember, it's a tool Mr. Draghi was introducing last year. It's a very important tool to cope with the countries in Europe that are facing some major problems, going close to bankruptcy, like Greece, for example, like Portugal, like Ireland. And if the German Constitutional Court does not accept this way of OMT buying, that will cause a major problem for the Eurozone, I think so. But it's just the first day, so I think there will be some more days, so I do not expect something from this event today. So what we have during our trading session, which is roughly the next 1.5 hour, is more or less nothing. The BOJ press conference. The British, the UK data are already outside of that, so, and during the afternoon from the US there's nothing special. Okay, the news. I usually love to have the Asian summary to see about the sentiment of the market. So, and there's one, I'm not reading that in detail. This year, regional markets are almost all lower. So the stock markets, which are my main measurement tool for having an idea of the sentiment of the market, was going down. Most of the Asian markets have been going down this morning, so the sentiment is not too positive, at least. That is what I want to see from that. And then I check for the sentence, usually starting in FX markets. And you do not need this news. You can see it on your chart that there was a strong move after the Bank of Japan has delivered a statement. It was yen strengthening, not weakening, like we have seen during the past few weeks. Okay, that's from the news. I think usually I have a check also for the options levels, but maybe we can have a look in that a little later. Let's have a look at the chart first. Yeah, here it is. The move caused by the Bank of Japan and its statement. Hey, good morning, Michael. Oh, thanks for the hint. Michael is giving me a hint about another calendar to use, Danier, or whatever. We'll have a look at it. Thank you, Michael, for that. Yeah, I do not know why Forex Factory was was decreasing the quality of this calendar with the last redesign. Maybe they have to pay something for the news and they are not able to deliver all the news anymore for free, but I do not know. The market, we have seen this move, then we have been drifting back more or less to the level where all this action was starting. So the effect was limited, I would say. But from the news we have seen, the Asian market have closed down almost, and the DAX, let's go into more detail here. Yeah, the DAX has opened with a little gap down here. Nothing major. And you know, I'm not paying too much attention to this gap thingy, but we are below the daily pivot line, the midpoint of yesterday's trading range, and yeah, the DAX is running, the DAX future is running for roughly 30 minutes now, so the sentiment here is similar to what we have seen in the Asian market. The very first European market or future that is trading for now is trying to replicate the Asian action. Okay, so the 15-minute chart. We have seen a tight Asian range till this Bank of Japan action. Since then we have been drifting down again, and you know, for me, for my trading session, for the idea following the big foods, the big boys footsteps, I usually pay attention to the last few hours before the London opening. The London opening is represented by this green rectangle here coming up. The purple colored rectangle is showing the Asian range so far. Yeah, for now I cannot read anything out of this chart, I have to say, but I think it takes today till I'm back in the market, till I have the feeling for the market, so I'm very careful today with this. So let's bring up a little longer lasting chart like this one here. Oops, there's something wrong. Yeah, now it's looking better. It's the hourly chart. So yeah, yesterday late night we have seen some upgoing action. That was Mr. Draghi. He was giving some support for the euro. He was stating that he is not going to or willing to intervene on the bond markets, the European bond market, so, and that he is willing to do everything that is necessary. So he was giving an interview on the German TV station, and this is the result from that. Roughly a move of 50 pips, something like that. Yeah, something that is interesting, and once again I want to highlight that for you. Let me go to the 15-minute. Here we are. Let's size up. Maybe some of you already know what I'm going to show you. Let's pay attention to this area. Let's go into that a little more in detail. This was yesterday's high, and you know, there's something like the fade off of the daily extremum, be it a high or low, and my statement is that are safe 25 pips almost all the time, sometimes at 30-40 pips. If you have a relatively small trading range like yesterday, I think the bull day was going inside of 70 pips. It's smaller, so we have seen 25 pips around that, and it was true once again yesterday. And yes, I can show you maybe. I was trading it. That's a 1-minute chart, so you can see my trades a little better. First, you can see it here. My first short. Of course, to trade this, if the price is going up and you believe in this, and you can believe in that, it's happening 95% of time. Take a euro-dollar chart, go to 15-minute level and scroll back during the last few weeks, few months. You will see it more or less 95% of time. So yeah, to trade this, of course, you have to go short, because you know there will be a high like this here at this level, and after that there should be a retracement of 25 pips. And so I was going in and the price was going up some more, because you can never be sure about the turning point finally, but you do not need to be sure about that. You can do it with your scaling. So I was thinking this was a high and it might go down immediately right now, so I entered. But okay, I was wrong. So what I was doing is usual behavior, rescuing. So on the way up I was rescuing, re-averaging this entry price. I have done it with these two guys here. Oops, wrong key. And I really just used it for re-averaging, means I have taken them out as soon as I was having this entry price re-averaged to a level close to the high. Then it was going up some more, so I had to be prepared to see maybe another 30 pips. You never know how strong this message from Mr. Draghi is perceived by the market. So I was going in once again with the short close to the high, and I was taking it out when we have entering. Let me show you this, some kind of possible support, because the last swing was going up here again, so I was taking profit on this one. Yeah, and then I was waiting with only with my scout in. Yeah, and close to my target I have taken it out manually. If I'm talking about targets, there is no mechanics behind it. It's trading, following the flow, and sometimes using some procedures that you can have every day. It's a very basic mechanic, a very basic tactic of the big foods. Maybe we have some time to go into that. Hey, good morning, bonjour. Hey, that's cool. I was off for so many days and you're all in here again, so I'm very happy. Thank you for joining in. Hey, thanks for the link, Michael. Yeah, I will check it out later. Thank you very much. Yeah, and I want you to pay attention to that, regardless if the price is drawing a high or if it is drawing a daily low. You will see it every time, at least 95% of time, that you have a roughly 25 to 30 to 40 pip retracement. Of course, if it was low upwards. And if you're in a, let's say you have been long the whole way up here, so that is your final big rescue opportunity, which will show up nearly every day. So keep your powder dry, keep your exposure in check on the way up. You will have the chance to make it back, usually. Not 100%, but 95%. I have used it myself very, very often. If everything is going against me and I'm having a very bad trading day, try to scale down, try to follow the moves, try to make back a little on the little retracements that you have, the 10 pip retracements you have, and basically try to stay small so that your loss is not too big, and then on the final retracement, the fade off of the daily highs or lows, make it back. And it works very nice most of the time. Okay, so yeah, that is something I wanted to show you. But what to do with this trading day so far? Yesterday we have been, oh, let's zoom. Yeah, what to say with that? I'm not really sure. Something I pay attention to at the moment is, let's have a look together. It's this area here. It's a 5-minute chart we are looking at the moment. So let's have a look later at the 15-minute if we can see something. Coincidence or not, I don't think it's coincidence. It's just because most of the people out there using this pivot calculation based on the GMT time zone. So we have been hitting the resistance 1 level based on the pivot calculation, and the interesting candle for me is this one. It's showing that there was a turn, some weakness. The price was at this moment in time was not willing to go up some more, and yeah, maybe we see a little more down, at least playing around with the 50 level maybe, or maybe going down to the daily pivot line itself. But as I've said, I was off for some days. I'm not really inside the market, so I'm very careful with this, and I try to follow the flow. Having said that, yeah, Michael is saying going for a 10 pip retracement it's very hard because you can never be sure about the top, or you cannot pick it exactly. Then you have to take off the spread costs or commissions you have. That is right, but in net, the net value is still 5 pips, and you please pay attention to what I'm saying in the sense of the quality of the statement, not the quantity of the statement. I have a very special way of trading because I'm trading only a few hours a day. So, for example, like the session, it's going only for 1.5 hours, or roughly 1 hour 45 minutes. So I'm really trying to follow the moves, every pip in the move. If you have a different trading time horizon, like you're trading full time the whole day, or you're setting up trades that should go for several days, it's a different game. So what is 10 pips for me might be 100 pips for you. So have that in mind. But the characteristic and how to play this game and how to play this attack and rescue thingy is still the same, but you have to adapt it to your preferred time windows, to your preferred time frames, and also to your very personal level of aggressiveness. Okay, yeah, so that is right, but for me it works out. Usually I'm able to get 5 or 4 pips out of that, and it is re-averaging my level. And yes, you're right, Michael, you have to be very fast, but that is a very, very typical element of this way of trading. You have to manage your exposure all the time, and saying that, I really mean all the time. And you know it from the sessions, sometimes I have to send in and close out positions inside of a minute. Sometimes it takes 5, sometimes it takes 30 minutes or an hour. It depends on the volatility of the market, but I think you know that. Okay, for me, especially when I was off for so long, there's something I want to pay attention to, I have to pay attention to, so because being off for a while, the situation is a little different to have this session here together with you. So I need this little time off to focus on my trading. So let's do that together, and you know what I'm talking about. I think at least you know that already. I'm talking about the 2 minutes that make the difference. So hopefully it will work out. Then are the 2 minutes for the guys that are new in here, that I try to do. Let's call it meditation, but I'm not very happy with that. I'm not an esoteric guy, but we need to have some time to focus before we start our first trade, before we put up our first trade, to focus on something that went very well in our trading yesterday, last week, last month, because we want to focus only on the things that went very well. We try to forget about the things that went bad, because there's something like a self-fulfilling prophecy concept, a positive feedback loop in our brain. Yeah, and that is true. It's nothing that I have invented. It's confirmed by brain research, mindset research. So let's focus on something that went very well for you, and your final statement after a minute or two should be, let me do that again. So yeah, I will stay silent and do my little focus exercise myself. I'm almost through with that. Just to bring it back into your focus. The idea is not to think, okay, yesterday I was having a profit, so let's do that again. It's the way you have achieved the profit, your thoughts, your train of thoughts, how you have been feeling. That, for example, feeling that you have everything under control, that you have been really in control of your trading situation, that you was not influenced by anything outside, no different opinions from your fellow traders. Focus on the thoughts, the emotions, the feelings, and have this little movie running on your imaginary screen in your head, and then say, let me do that again. And doing that every day, take this 2 minutes every day, 20 days per month, that means 40 minutes per month, and you will see a result, I'm sure, after 1 or 2 months already. Every time you do that you focus on the things that are very well for you, you are erasing one of your very bad experiences. Of course, unfortunately, that is also true. It takes 10 times to focus on something positive than it needs to write some negative experience to our memory. But it's possible. So just do it. And that are the 2 minutes that make the difference for you, not only for me. I'm really sure. But wake up, friends. Okay, back to trading. Yeah, maybe if you do not like that part, maybe that's a good idea for you to catch a fresh coffee, because I will have that every morning, because it's important for me. I feel much better going with a calm, clear mindset into my trading than without it. And especially on a day like that, I'm a little nervous, of course, because I'm back after so many days. I'm not sure about the market. I feel not really close in touch with the market, so it's a different situation than usual, because usually I'm in touch with the market all the time during the week. So it's if you would wake me up during the nights and you would put me in my trading room, switch on the screens, it will not take long, and I'm able to do some trades, most probably successful trades. But after a time off, it's not so easy to get back into that. Yeah. If you follow this show, I'm not sure. I do not have any statistics about that, but it could be the case that we are talking most of the time about mindset and traders' psychology issues or topics, and not so often about trading. And that is, yeah, I think it's it's everyone's experience. Maybe you can confirm that. To learn a way of trading, a tactic, a special way of trading, to build your edge, the technical edge in trading, it only takes a few weeks or months. But you're still not able to make consistently profits out of that. And that's not because the market is changing all the time. The market is relatively constant. It's changing, or a change in the market may take 1 or 2 years, so it's a slight drift. That's the characteristic of the market is changing. It is you. So something I'm asking me also every morning, hey man, are you really in shape for trading? Or maybe it's a day for going shopping. It does not make sense to sit in front of your screens if you know you're upset, maybe something with your family, or maybe your neighbor is disturbing you and you're very angry about him, or whatever, or you have had an accident with your car, or I do not know. There are so many ways to distract you, to make you not that relaxed, to make you feel not that relaxed and easy, what you really need for trading successfully. Yeah, I'm not sure. if we will have a trade today depends on the market, not on me. Maybe also on me, but mainly on the market. Yeah, I was not delivering the already 2 times announced session about the beauty of the small numbers last Friday. No, Friday. 2 weeks ago, I think. 2 weeks ago, yeah. Because I was in a loss situation from out of this Thursday trading session. And I have to say, it was very difficult for me. I was having 2 losses in a row, 2 losing trading days, and I was trading during the whole night, so I was not able to deliver anything at that morning when I was still inside of my trades. And during this 2 days, the first day I was losing 2%, and the next day I was losing around another 2%. And you see the account has not grown. We are still at the 9% profit level so far. I was not able to increase it strongly, but I was completely off somehow. And I know the reasons why I was off, and that's exactly what I told you. There are so many topics that can distract you, even if you don't think it is working inside of you. It still does in the subconsciousness. And so it was true for me as well. So finally I tried to make it back with Mr. Draghi last Thursday, because I know this session, this ECB press conference very well, and I love to trade it, and so I did. And let me try to bring it up for you. Hopefully it's still... Yeah, we are talking about... just a second. Let me check for that. Mr. Draghi, it was the 6th of June. 6th, so 1. Yeah, here we are. I remember that very well. So, let me... Yeah, I was short. So, this is Thursday last week, and here roughly the ECB press conference was going on. I was taking a few longs, a few shorts. This here, this area was the start and the press conference itself. Everything was fine, and at that moment in time I was thinking, oh, it might go down some more. So I was entering a short trade here. But yeah, okay. It was not going down, it was going up, it was going up, it was going up, and it was still going up. And the thing I want to show is it was finally going roughly 150 pips against me. Oops, computer over here. And this have been the last 100 pips, what you can see here on the screen. Let's go in more detail into that. It was breaking the round number, it was going up, and you can see I was carrying very early trades indicated by this red line here, and I have taken them out here. That was my final closeout then. And what you can see is I was attacking the up move, thinking, okay, it might turn soon. So I was attacking that. I have taken out a few of these guys here, the blue triangles you can see. Then it was breaking up strongly. It's a 1 minute chart, by the way. This is a 1 minute. And you see I was attacking here this move, because you can see on the tick chart that this move is fading. So I was going in and taking out a few pips. That is what you see. That was not a 10 pip retracement, it was a 15 pip retracement. But I do it all the time. And then it was going down. I was waiting. Then I tried something, but unfortunately the price was going up again. And on every little fade of up momentum, I was going in and making it back. And finally I attacked this final try. And you of course you know that usually there is something like a stop hunt to the upside. And that was already, the London boys have been home already for an hour at that moment in time. Then it was going down, and you see the stronger the indications have become to go down, the stronger I was going in, and I have taken out my troops, my exposure. I have reduced it every time because I could not be sure, and that is addressing what Michael was saying. I could not be sure that the next candle. Oops, sorry, forget about this guy there. The next candle could have been looking like this, because so I was making back a part of my losses, and yeah, finally this day has made me 2.2% profit, not loss, profit. So even with the move 150 pips against me, and it's not forget about the me and some maybe you think it's an Niels ego show. No, it's not. I just want to show you keeping your exposure on track. Here, have a look. This is one sequence. This is one sequence. Going in, going out. Going in, going out. Not going in and wait and it's and throwing the snowball when it is going against you. Going in, going out. Going in, going out all the time. Also there have been some long time positions in the scout and some defenders of the scout. You see these lines are coming from a very early time during the ECB press conference, and they have been taken out with the very last positions. But forget about these long guys. Take the waves and see this as a campaign in the campaign, a spiral inside of the spiral. I was talking with someone about that yesterday. That's how I do that, and that is how it finally makes me survive and making money. Okay, back. That's something. Yeah, everyone can tell you everything. What I want to do here, and that is why I bring up what I have done, is to show you it's possible. One simple human being like me can do that, so it should be possible for you as well, because maybe there's some advantage I have, and that is the several thousand hours of screen time, but that is something you can achieve easily, and then you're ready to do that as well. And this hours of screen time deliver me two things. You have experience how the chart usually looks like, what you can expect from the chart, from this move in relation to the other currency pairs, in relation to the other asset classes you are watching on, maybe the futures, the stock futures or something. And the other, your benefit from having so many screen time is you're gathering experience. You can train your discipline, but you have to set up some rules that you want to follow. During my losses last week, I was not going beyond my 5% maximum drawdown limit. No way. And unfortunately, I did not have to do that. I was having 2.5 and another 2% the next day. So this rule is basic. It's fundamental in my thinking. And the more often you talk about that to yourself, and the more often you respect it, it will become written in stone. And that is one of the few rules that should be written in stone in your head. There is no reason to go beyond it. Yeah, Michael is asking about the thought process I was having. One very simple thing I was doing. You know Mr. Pavlov and his dogs. Was it dogs or goose? He was conditioning his dogs and goose. And what I was doing when I'm in trouble is, because I'm using this music, you know, this music all the time to bring me down, to focus on the main things. I was listening to this music very often during my losing sessions to try to bring me back, and I think you have a very good self-perception and you know when you are really in deep trouble. And I was feeling it's not really helping, it's not the trading day, but unfortunately, something I have to learn myself or to improve myself. I was not willing to take the loss early, so I was spending the whole night and I was not able to improve anything, because during Asian session, have a look yourself here at the 15-minute chart, during Asian session the market usually is not moving. So you should do not only manage your trades, you should manage also your energies. It would have been a much better idea to go to bed and sleep and trade the London opening fully powered with full energy. So, but yeah, it was not a good idea. So yeah, what I'm doing when I'm in trouble, I take up, or I bring up this music from my little trading meditation, and I really stick to it. I close my eyes and I try to bring me down, try to focus on the things, try to focus on the things that I know. Yeah, that's it. And I think, as I've said, it would have been better if I would have closed out, taken the 2% loss, go to bed and give it a try the other day. So I was going through the bull night and I have made back a few pips only, but it was not worth spending the bull night. So at the next morning, when there was a real good move like this, for example, I was not strong enough, and that is something else. The second losing day was happening because because I was feeling weak, I was feeling drained. So finally the market was delivering what I was thinking about during the session we have had together. It was working out more or less exactly that way, but because I was so tired and so weak, I was changing my plans in the middle of the game, and that made me lose this other 2% at the next day. So the main thing, the major experience, and it's always the same experience, and it unfortunately takes a long time for me to really believe or put the belief into it. Take a loss, stick to your trading hours, take the loss, do some sports, go to bed, have some fun or whatever. Come on at the next day fully energized, fully recharged. Focus on the things that went well. Also during your losing session, there are always elements that went well. Focus on that. Do it again. Yeah. Okay, back to trading. Not sure, as I've said, if we will have a trade during this session. The problem I have when I come back into the market after being not really inside the markets for a few days, there's that action that I see on the screen, and there's that opinion that I unfortunately have based on the media. And if you're in sync with the market and the news flow, you can judge all the news and have your own opinion. But at the very first restart, after a few days off, you do not know exactly how much weight you should put on this news or that news, and that is a problem I have at the moment. The chart is telling me we should trade the next swing down, so maybe we should try it. Yeah, why not? Let's see. I'm short with it one, a 10 cent per pip position short. Yeah, maybe it's not a bad idea to jump in, otherwise it's like you have had a major accident on your buy, and then you're pondering, you're developing some fear about driving your bike again. But one concept is to just do it again as soon as possible and to make back some good experiences. So let's see. Yeah, maybe it was premature, but okay, we have our rescue tools on, because have a look here. The DAX was going down, not really surprising because of the Asian markets. But the DAX is also drawing a wick here. and this 5-minute candle has to go another 2 minutes, so it could go. Oh yeah, thank you, market. Is it your welcome present? Or it could be the final stop hunt low. So let's be careful. There, once again, and it's not about you, Michael, but you've asked it. I feel tempted to take this guy off. And there's nothing wrong if you do not feel strong enough to say, I'm so sure it will go down, or there are so many supportive indications on all the charts you have on. It has to go down. You can stay. If you feel the same way like me this morning, please, there's nothing wrong with doing a chicken dance. So, come on. My first profit, yeah. So, only 1 pip or 2, but it's a profit. And that works. Positive feedback loop. You remember? And yeah, I do not have any problems with leaving some pips on the table, so let me reanalyze that again. What made me really taking this profit fast is this turn here, this possible reversal on the equities. Well, let's see. Hey, glad to read that, Ray. Thanks. Yeah, Ray was stating that he was making money all the day and last week during every day, and he was waiting for the weekly turn. Me too. It was not there, and that unfortunately is that we do not have 100%. The weekly turn, at least for a day, I would say the probability is around 80%. It's very different from the daily fade off. It's 95%. And I think the big boys also have, I should have staying a little longer, but if you feel weak, if you think, oh, I should take this profit, take it, because the next step will be, if it is really going against you, you are still weak and you are not strong enough to implement proper, well-timed rescues. At least that is my experience. So when I'm feeling like on a trading at the beginning of a trading day like today, I'm happy for every single pip that I'm able to scalp. It's not a perfect dance, it's really a very ugly chicken dance, but I do that because I know I'm not strong enough to implement really cool, well-timed rescues then. And yeah, so it's okay for me. And you see, even with this trouble I was having, this account is still 9% in profit. So finally I was down 4.5% during last week, and then I was making it back by ends work, but as I've said, I was not trading really focused because of all the other things on my table, and Mr. Draghi delivered me 2.2% with his mammoth rescue. But okay, yeah. In your experience, when there is major news Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, does that lower the possibility of midweek reversal? Yes, it indeed, in fact, it does. But you never know. It depends how strong the news is, and the problem we have at the moment is that this QE tapering idea is still in the market, and this is a big one. That is not only a single news, because the people have to to unwind their major positions that they have built up during the last year. there are really long-term positions, and the QE measures have been really strong during the last few months, maybe a year. There was QE2, QE3, and so it's not a single event that may change the sentiment for the day. It's about changing the sentiment from the last year, and it will go into direction of dollar strengthening. And you know, we are at 132 level euro dollar. It's a very strong euro, and it's because of the weakness, the debt ceiling issue in the US. It's about many things. It's finally about printing money by Mr. Bernanke, and if he is going to taper that, it will be dollar strengthening, and also the equity bubble or rally, Mr. Bernanke's very own QE equity rally, is going to fade. And that is why this is a major input. And if there's a week with ECB and non-farm payrolls, I would not bet on this weekly turn. In the other ways, I would how to put it in relation. You know, there's this scheme, the Bigfoot scheme, that is going on every day. For example, this fade off of the daily high or low, this turn of the this stop hunt highs and stop hunt lows after the Asian session. That is the daily scheme, and that is usually working very reliable. Maybe if not on euro dollar, then on one on the crosses, but I prefer to trade euro dollar, so maybe it's on or not, but it's working very reliable. And if you have this scheme, this pattern as your main trading background idea for doing your strategizing, then it should work out with a weekly turn as well, because the daily scheme already is contradicting a possible weekly turn then. So I would put more attention to the daily patterns than to the weekly, and especially during a non-farm payroll week and ECB press conference week. There's good chance that it may blow up, this idea, completely. So yeah, but I was having that in mind as well last week, and I was looking for it. It was not showing up, and being short for that long on Thursday last week, it was also based on the idea there could be a weekly turn, but it was not showing up. The only turn that was showing up, and it worked also on this strong, it was the fade of the daily high. This is last week Thursday, the ECB Thursday. That was the high, and then it was not, because it was a 150 pip move, it was a much stronger fade, but I was sure that this will happen. And I was thinking about, okay, I can be relatively sure about 25 pips, but it should be bigger because it's an unusual day. We have seen a 150 pip trading range this day. So I was thinking, okay, it would be cool if it is 50. And have a look, where have I taken my profit from the high to this? It's 50. So I was thinking, okay, that is more than I was expecting, so take it, you're up, that's fine. So that is exactly what I was playing there. Of course, it had to be confirmed by the action, and you can see that I was trading in several waves, my rescue. But yeah, that was the daily pattern that is dominating the weekly, I would say. So okay, and here 3 minutes to go for this candle, and yeah, there's, from the fundamentals, I would say the euro dollar will go and should test the 133 level. Then maybe tomorrow, and tomorrow once again is Wednesday, maybe the German Supreme Court is giving some hints about the OMT, and maybe there is a chance for a turn then, but who knows. But let's focus on this candle here. It could deliver the next potential swing up 15 or 20 pips. It's not the sign for me that it will be a strong uptrend today. I'm thinking in terms of swings, and for me the 15-minute swing is my very long-term chart. And I trade these 15-minute swings on the 5 and on the 1 minute then. Michael is asking if I take any additional thoughts when there is triple witching Friday. Or triple witching week he's asking for. Usually it's expiration on Friday. Not really, only that I expect some more volatility, and maybe some more volatility that is not based or not in sync with the main flow. You know, there's something like a natural flow in the charts. That is exactly what these big boys and big foods are delivering for us. It's the same every week, every day, and that is somehow the natural flow, and that is based mainly on fundamentals. They deliver a flow that is in sync if the dollar should go stronger or should go weaker, if the yen should go stronger or should go weaker. So they are delivering exactly this flow with the patterns we know about. The triple witching week, I was not aware, but because of your question, I think it's this week, is it right? There's more volatility then. So I'm a little more careful, but as you can see, I'm not aware that it might be this week. I do not have a certain concept in mind to handle that. If I see more volatility, and what is more volatility, I show you here. Oops. Can you read that? The average true range for the last 5 candles on my 5-minute chart is close to 57. So, and if I see that this average true range, the volatility finally is getting stronger, maybe 10, maybe 15, I have my exposure accordingly. But that is true also for every day in the week, not only triple witching Friday or triple witching day. So yeah, I think you can give the answer yourself. I was not aware of that, and so I do not pay much attention to it. I pay attention to this, to the volatility. Sometimes I want to have a look at the number. Usually it's enough for me to see how the size of the candles here when they are hovering around. And at the moment it's relatively calm, having a London opening and having only roughly 6 pips in average. That it's not much, so it's very calm. Tuesday? Yeah. Okay, it seems to be this week, the triple witching day. So, okay, here we are. Let me check. There's something in the email. No, nothing. Once again, a system. Yeah, with his United Traders email address, of course, it's very public. I receive a lot of crap, advertising crap, with trading systems delivering 85% of hit rate, but it's not really interesting for people like us following this way of trading, because we also have 85 to 90% hit rate. And the only way why our equity curve is not looking that cool is because of the rescues. Usually you have, for example, your scout in and you're doing your rescue. Means your scout is still in and your scout is losing, but you're making back the losses with all your rescue troops you sent in. So finally, when you're taking out your troops and call it a day, then you will take out also your losing troops. So the equity curve, let me draw that for you here. Go here. Take that as a little drawing space. So your equity curve is going up, going up, going up. All your successful rescues going up, and then you call it a day. And of course, calling it a day will take out the losing troops from the very beginning, the scout and his helpers as well. So you have this gap down, and then on the next day you are going up. So, and then at the end of the day you are taking out the losing trades as well, but they have been rescued, so it's not an issue. So your equity curve with this way of trading is going in steps, so it's not really smooth. For example, this 2.2% profit day on last Thursday. It was a day going up, cool, really cool. And then there was a big step down because finally I had to take 5 trades that have been still in loss. So, but who cares? As you can see easily, this way of trading is going up. I do not like trend lines, but it's a trend. Okay. Yeah, the DAX still going down, but for now there was some support area, but maybe it's gathering some new down momentum. Yeah. What you can't see on the screen is gold is going down, oil is going down, so the sentiment for the economy is not that good at the moment. So the DAX is still going down. It's more or less going in sync with the S&P 500, but it's more slow. No, not slow. The direction is still the same, and the percentage in the move is also the same, but it's not that smooth because the liquidity, there are not too much trades in the future, in the US future at this time of the day. During New York session it's more interesting to have a look here. During London session it's more interesting to have a look at the DAX. Ten minutes to go for this candle, so it's... Yeah, let us talk about the possible scenarios showing up here. Let's take a little longer lasting chart like this. So let's go into details. Here we are. So there was something like bottom here. So the Asian range till the action of the Bank of Japan was going very typical in a very tight range. Then there was this breakout. We have been drifting down, have been going back to the level of this range here, you see it. And now we have been piercing this level with this candle. We're on the 15-minute chart. So this could have been a final stop hunt low. I'm talking about this move down here to this candle. To trap some more volume here for us from this area, but as you can see as well, it was not going that low as before, so they do not want to release the short contracts they have trapped already, but therefore we need to see it going up soon, and that is why I pay attention to the clock all the time. This 15-minute candle has to go another 8 minutes, so it's relatively early, and that it is going down is not too surprising. And a good looking stop hunt pattern, so let's go into that once again for a second. Yep, here we are. So a good looking stop hunt pattern could, yeah, something what is forming here. You need to have a wick here at the bottom side. Maybe a little longer than it was. Maybe there will be another candle with a wick down here to trap, and finally, what have we learned from the books? If you see this, you can expect a down break. But if the big boys are in charge, if they really have a trading game plan for the day, they will not bring it down. They will, maybe they go down to here and go up then, like this. So it's not unusual to see 3 or 4 15-minute candles going down to that, maybe piercing that level before going up. So that is what I'm trying to find out. I have to confess, with this timing today, there's only 35 minutes left for this trading day. These big boys have not delivered the game plan to me in time. If I would have the rest of the day for trading, it would be fine. If you get the confirmation of that, Then you can trade up some more. Then this was finally some trapping of contracts here. Thanks to the Bank of Japan, they have been bringing it up. They have trapped some more volume, and then they're going up. And then something FDI was relating to very often is usually can see it going up in 3 legs, and this is leg down 1 retracement. Then this would be a possible leg 2 with some. I need some more room for painting, with a possible retracement area, congestion area here before going up with third leg. So, but be aware, here is the 33 level, the 133 level, a round number, so it could be difficult, but that would feed this idea, especially because you can expect a stop hunt here. We have not been for a while above 133, so after this push through the round number, we could see something like that. The round number, if you can't see it clearly, is this level here. So I hope you're not too confused with what I'm doing here with this many charts in the background. Forget about all this, it's just based here on this 15-minute chart, and that could be a possible scenario. But let's see. Yeah, the start of the train of thought was that even if we are able to confirm what I have drawn, or to confirm that it is definitely not true for this trading session, it is not in time. So I can test out if I'm able to have another momentum-based trade, doing some really standard ends work according to most of the well-known trading rules we have. The DAX. This could be a reversal pattern, let's see. The Swissy, you know, Swissy and euro dollar have a negative correlation, -1 usually, close to -1. It is going down, but not that strong. So going down here means going up there, but let's see. The 3 kingdoms, let's have a look at that. We have the euro dollar the cable is going down, may have found a bottom here, but we have some news for cable in 1 hour roughly. The dollar yen that you cannot see here is going down, but may have some good support. The dollar yen, just to bring it up, it's the dollar yen chart, this one here, and this is support we have seen during the Asian range. This was the Bank of Japan action. On euro dollar it was going up, on dollar yen it was going down, so on euro yen it was going down as well. So it was a real strengthening of the yen. It was not a weakness in dollar or a weakness in euro, it was a strengthening of yen, because the euro yen was showing the same pattern. Since then we are going in a range and with some support here. So at the moment the 3 kingdoms are not helpful, at least not to me. Maybe you have some deeper insights. The DAX is giving some confirmation that the idea of an up move could be true. Two and a half minutes for this candle. If it is going to close it that way, then I will give it a try with a long. Yeah, I hope that I'm able to deliver a London session for the rest of the week. Yeah, the reason why I was not having too much time is that I'm going to set up something, the next step in my, if you want to call it that way, trading career. Therefore I need to set up an environment that is according to our German law, not law, law, jurisdiction here in Germany, so that I'm safe, and therefore it needs to do some research, it needs to have a lot of meetings with some attorneys to get everything the right way, and then hopefully I'm able to start up with that in July, with the second half of this year. So 1 more minute, so let's pay attention to the price action. You know, the last 2 minutes of a 15-minute candle are very informative usually. The DAX is still going upwards. The Swissy, I'm not that sure, it's hesitating. So, is Euro-dollar creating a new piercing down? Or is it the second candle of a reversal pattern here? The hammer is already there, the down move was there, then the hammer, and now we need to go up. If not, with my weak mindset today, I'm careful. As I've said, my main goal today is not to get caught on the wrong side, because I have the strong feeling I'm not ready to implement a strong rescue. Yeah, the candle has closed. It does not make me really happy. Why? I will tell you. Here we are. This candle is the closed one here. This. Ooh. Maybe I should scale down a little. I would love to, yeah, if it would have been closing this way, a little more up already, so that I can think something like that, going to this level, going in 1 or 2 approaches to the round number, but maybe it needs the New York session to go there. Let's see. Yeah, that's why I'm not that happy. This red colored part of this candle is missing. But yeah, there are times when yeah, it's a better idea not to have a trade on. And for me, it's definitely today that way, at least at the moment. Maybe I'm getting stronger during the day. You should pay attention to your feelings. You see it like a sports event. You are an athlete. You're going for the 100 meters world record. You cannot do it every day. There are certain days you can do it, and there are days when you know you can win the race, or maybe you are at least having a bronze medal. But there are also the days when you feel that you can be happy to reach the finish line finally. And you should pay attention in your trading to that. It should be reflected in your exposure, and sometimes having no exposure at all is a good decision. Gold is going down some more. Let me check the news if there was something. Gold. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, this is gold. 5-minute chart gold. And with the beginning of the London session, it was breaking down. And yeah, it's drawing a new low. It's not a dramatic move down. It's only $10. So once again, the scaling. You see how misleading it is. This is the way MT4 is showing it. You think, oh, strong move, but it's $10. $10, and $10 should look like that and not like that. Okay, it's still a down move, but it's not a strong falling like a rock like breakdown in gold. It's just a drift down. We need to have everything in perspective. That's important. All these tools can fake us very easy. They make us things believe that are not true. I want to pull up an hourly chart. Sometimes it's helpful to have an hourly, so let me change this 15-minute to the hourly, because I want to have a look together with you on what has happened so far. This is Sunday, the weekend here, this double line. So we have had this Thursday high from Mr. Draghi finally. So we have seen something today going close to that. We have seen something on Friday going relatively close to that. So let's zoom out so that we can see the whole week. That was the start of last week. This is the start here this week. So last week, without a doubt, as Ray was stating, there was no weekly turn. Yep. So it was going up. So since then we have been going down. At the moment we are going up again. How to spot if you're feeling strong or weak? The more charts you are consulting, the weaker your mindset is. Usually, you know that I'm entering my trading room. I'm having a look at the charts that I'm having around here. I do not ask or consider the hourly chart really often. Sometimes when I'm in a trade to see if I'm going against a major resistance or something like that, but usually not before I enter a trade. And today you see I'm looking here, I'm looking there, I'm looking here, so it's a strong sign that I'm not really feeling very convenient, comfortable with today's trading. So something I want to show you. It's interesting, I think. Let's zoom in a little so that you're really able to read it, hopefully. We are talking about this here, especially the last. Oh, very nice. It should have been a rectangle. Come on. Especially this here. The ECB was stating once again the deposit facility. This information is coming up every day around 50 minutes after the London opening. And you remember from the last sessions we have been around 80 billion. That is the money the banks are giving to the ECB overnight. Usually they are lending that to other banks, but because they do not know which bank is in trouble or not, so they do not know if they will get their money back, they put it to the ECB overnight. And the number when we have had the last session was around 80 billion. Now it's 105. And there are some new talks on Greece. There's some unrest in Turkey. It's not in the Eurozone, of course, I know that, but it's very close geographically. And so have a look at the numbers. It's a kind of indication follow them. If there's a major change in the deposit facility overnight, you know there's coming up some kind of fear, some panic. And this, of course, why should we put attention to that? Well, quite easy. Because, oops. Hello. Here we are. Do you think if the banks, the major banks, are not willing to lend to each other anymore and they are putting some more money into the safe haven, which is the ECB, do you really believe that the euro can go up some more? It's not at the moment, it's only a slight increase, but I just want to sharpen your view, your focus in that direction. So let's say if it's going up during this week to 200, then you should be very careful with your mid-term bias, with your long-term bias. It should be going more into direction of euro weakness then. Yeah, if you have some questions, please let me know. As usual, Michael was very vital and active, asking, so all the questions are very welcome. Ray was up, so if you have some questions, please let me know, because I'm pretty sure now that I will not put on another trade, but I think that it's not the quality of this show. It is just something for you, that you see that finally we are making money with that, and we are doing it in a continuous way. So maybe you can put some more belief in this way of trading. And that's the reason why we're doing that on real money finally. It should not be only hot air that I'm producing here just for having a show together with you or something. That is really the thing that I'm using for my trading, and yeah, I'm really making money with that. And I think everyone can, and it's so simple. It's all about risk, and it's based on what you already know. If you do not feel convenient with something, be it you're driving a car, if you are thinking, ooh, I'm far too fast because there's some snow on the road, you usually slow down, at least. Most people do. Maybe you don't. Maybe you speed up to have some more fun. But then you're definitely on the wrong way with your trading career. Then usually the very natural behavior of human beings is to scale down, to slow down if there's something strange ahead of you. So we are 3.5 minutes for the next 50-minute candle. It seems that there is some support for now. Well, let's see. Why we are spotting this? Quite easy. We want to know finally. We want to know finally if this day is going to deliver this, or if this day is going to deliver that. And this 3 soldiers here may deliver the answer, but they are not very quick this morning, so we have to give them more time. But for now, pay attention to this wicks at the bottom side. They seem to be more supportive for this idea. Oh, not breaking the 133 level in one step. It's just meant as going up, at least for the next swing, at least for the next 15 to 20 pips. Let's check the Forex Factory calendar once again. Besides the news for cable, no, there's nothing on schedule. So the market is definitely not waiting for something. At least I cannot see it here. I will check out the new calendar Michael was posting in the chat, if it may deliver some more information. Would be nice. Yen is getting stronger again. Euro yen is going down, dollar yen is going down. You can see euro yen is this here at the 1 minute. It's going down. So it's based on yen strength. So if the major pairs trading the yen are both going down, euro yen and dollar yen, so what the typical result is that euro dollar itself is in a very tight range, and that is exactly what we see. So today's trading day is a yen trading day, it seems that way. Yen is delivering much more action. Let me show the yen chart, the 50-minute chart. Here it is. The Bank of Japan action here, then the retracement, then we are staying for a while in a range, and the next attempt here to go down. So there's much more action on the yen. It was moving already 100 pips, and usually for many years the dollar yen is trading in a range of 30 pips per day, and now it has made already 100. During the past days you have seen days with 300-400 pips on dollar yen. So there's much attention in the markets to the yen, and I'm not sure about the fundamental behind, but what I read from the media is that there are many people, traders, unwinding their yen positions, and they are going into the euro. So the yen was weakening, going out there, and they have invested into the euro. That is also explaining why euro is at a 132 level with all these issues we have here in the eurozone. Yeah, Ray, that's a good question. I want. Yes, it is really on my schedule. I want to have this small numbers, the beauty of small numbers session this Friday morning, London session, once again. And I really try not to do something stupid with my trading on Thursday. So maybe we finally, it's a third attempt, and yeah, usually you need 3 attempts to do something good. Yeah, I tried, Ray, but I avoided this topic this morning. I did not want to be too predictive, but yeah, it's on my schedule. I know you have polished your little calculator. I have too, for the big numbers, for the small numbers. And this Friday is dedicated to the small numbers. Finally, hopefully. Knock, knock, knock on wood. There are some pictures from Turkey on Bloomberg. I'm not sure what is all behind that, and if it is not just a panic created by the media, but it's not looking too good there. There are some cars burning. It's very violent, at least from the officials, the police. Yeah, the third candle has closed nearly 3 minutes ago already, so yeah, the support is still there, but it's not looking. Yeah, it looks like the market is waiting for something. Maybe they're really waiting for the action in the cable news, to use it as a kind of trigger to initiate some volatility. The average 2 range, my volatility indicator is still around 6 pips for the last 5-minute candles, and that is something that you can see without having a measurement tool. It's not going much here. It's very slow. Maybe I should have this beauty of small numbers session pre-recorded, so regardless if I'm caught in a stupid trade on Friday again, I can have this recorded video then to send it to you. Yeah, I was also thinking about having some maybe 5 minutes videos, a series of 5-minute videos explaining the Bigfoot idea behind the market movements, and to explain one element in every little session, and so we can have maybe 5 or 10 5-minute videos highlighting one topic out of this complex of topics, the Bigfoot, the big boys. Yeah, I have a lot of nice ideas, but usually I'm running out of time. I'm very sorry for that, but that's life. Yeah, it would be cool to have someone else to have, yeah, to be able to have these ideas produced with someone else. So it could be much more efficient. I'm having so many ideas, but I do not have the time to implement them, and sometimes I'm very frustrated about that. Especially if you see so many nonsense on the net about trading and misleading people just for trapping their money to bring them to some brokers that are really cheating you, and I do not like this. And the idea behind United Traders was to have a solid rock in the middle of all that, and basing only on facts. No marketing, salesman drivel, no cheating, no trapping, no yeah. You know, everything you do not like in trading should be excluded from United Traders, and it should be something like a little relaxing island showing how you could implement your trading without major stress, without losing too much money. Okay, in the very beginning. Pay attention to the chart in the background of the webcam view. If this is going up some more here, and it could. So let's have a look at the hourly. Can we derive something from the hourly chart? So to get an idea what these guys want to make us believe. So we have been going up, we have been very close to last Thursday's level, then we have been going down. This last candle was another upturn, but it was crashed. Not crashed, it was brought down again. Now we have a longer wick at the bottom side, so something that seems to be obvious, that here's some kind of market equilibrium for now. It was resistance yesterday, it is a support today, and the last 2 hourly candles, the bodies are, at least for now, maybe the last candle is changing dramatically, at least for now it's inside this candle. So maybe we are drifting sideways till the New York boys are going to deliver something new, or there could be derived some volatility from the cable action in roughly 37 minutes. Let's see. Oh yeah, it has changed. That is a weakness of this tool. It does not allow to draw on the real times moving chart. It's a kind of screenshot you see, and where I'm putting my drawings on. So in the background the situation may have changed already, and I'm still talking about the dried painting. Bye, bonjour. Cool that you have joined in. Hope to see you. Bye. Okay, the Swissy. I do not know. 6.5 minutes to go for this hourly and this 15-minute candle. It could be breaking up. It could be. It could be. It's not looking too bad. Cable, you see it here in the 1 minute, is going down. Euro yen is going up and dollar yen is hesitating. At the moment, short-term momentum on dollar yen is up as well, so yeah. I'm not able to derive something reliable out of that. Yeah, I'm tempted to put in a quick scalp euro dollar long then, but I should resist this temptations or tempting moments. It will not help, really. Finally, it's showing that the idea that this three soldiers here, this 50-minute candle, have delivered some insight of a good support here, and maybe during the last 5 minutes there's some more up momentum.
One day they're there, the next they fall asleep on the floor now. Where did they go? All the people, where have they gone? Fall asleep on the floor.
No, they're stepping some more people in to this show. Yeah, I'm very sorry guys, this show is going to close in a few minutes, so maybe it's a problem with the time zone. If you really want to join in, try it again tomorrow then. Today there's no other live trading show here. You're roughly 2 hours late. We are starting at 6:15 GMT, or if you're not sure about the time zones, go back 1.5 hour or 1 hour and 45 minutes 45 minutes from now, and that's when we are usually going to start. And tomorrow morning we are going to start at that time, so you're very welcome if you want to join in. But unfortunately for now, you're a little late. Maybe something that could be useful for you. This session is recorded, so you can have a review in the live stream archive immediately after the session has finished. Immediately, it's relative. I guess 5 minutes after this session is finished, you can go into the archive and have a review of this session. Yeah, to sum it up, only one single trade for a few pips, 1 or 2. What have you been talking about? About triple witching day, about volatility, about the Bigfoot, about rescuing, how to manage your exposure based on my own experience during the last week's action on Mr. Draghi's ECB press conference. So might be there's something in that could be interesting for you. Yeah, we are getting closer to the end, so friends, yeah, I'm glad that you have been all there. I was not sure about seeing any one of you because my predictions about the next session was not very reliable during the past few days. So I'm very happy that you joined in. Yeah, I wish you a pleasant rest of the trading day or a good night, depending on where you are. So I will be around tomorrow morning with the next London session. Yeah, bye bye Michael, Ray, Bonjour, and all the others. And by the way, if you want to ask something, just use the chat window. There's nothing wrong with asking something. There are no stupid questions, only silly answers. So have some fun. Bye bye friends. See you tomorrow then.